So I posted on Reddit
Reddit's
basically a thread
interesting right now.
about
My thread's popping off.
Lombard
Oh,
Bros
would you post on
gaming,
Reddit?
Hold on, let's
Hmm.
and I think I've told you about this before. Okay, we're in due. I think I've told you about this before, but there's that Xfinity sponsor where it's that like failing YouTube channel with like
Oh yeah.
yeah. Ryan Sieg's sponsor, Lombard Bros Gaming, is like this kid who has a YouTube channel with, depending on which channel you talk about, the channel he promotes on the race car has 2,000 subscribers, which is not good. I have 930 something, and I do not promote this channel at all. Right? It's just my own like personal shit.
Yeah.
And his own like the bigger channel of his N2SC4R has like 60K subs, but he barely gets like 1,000 views a video. Like it's just not good. And he just does like shitty like 100-part let's plays kind of thing, where it's just like here's me playing my career mode in NASCAR Heat, and I basically made a thread being like, because I already knew the story behind it, like I know the answer, but I just wanted to see if other people would confirm it for me. But I essentially made a thread being like, yo, this guy makes no money on YouTube, and from what I understand, he doesn't have like a job or like is in university or anything. So how is he funding not only a partial Xfinity Series season, but he's also sponsoring like some guy, I think Ryan Vargas in a super late model who runs either Cars Tour or is like something similar. So I'm like, how is a 22-year-old kid doing this? And the general consensus is that the guy's dad was part of like an accidental. Basically, he was helping someone change a tire on the side of the road and he got killed just by accident. Just someone hit him.
Oh yeah, I've heard you told me this
Yeah,
part of it.
yeah, and I don't know. I guess he got some crazy life insurance payout, and they're just blowing it all on an Xfinity team with zero return on investment. So like I knew the answer, but eventually people confirmed it for me, which is kind of neat, because when that story first came out, there was like tons of denial around it, and like it was all hush hush, and you weren't supposed to talk about it, and like people from his camp, I guess, were trying to like say that no, that wasn't what happened. But now 2 years later, I essentially went and made the same thread, and people are like, yeah, that's what happened. So I'm like, okay. But then other people started coming out, and the thread's now kind of getting like wild in that like he's like stalking Haley Deegan and like following her around to all the K&N races.
Oh cool.
And it's just like weird.
So is it like late Incel May?
I mean, it might be because like I don't think this dude like on the outside looks like a bad dude. I think he just goes to K&N races because he's bored and has a shit ton of money. Because I would too. Like, let's be real here. I'd go to K&N races to hang out and fucking do nothing.
Yeah, I'd say if like money was truly like no issue for me,
Yeah.
I'd probably go to like I'd be at every restrictor plate race, I'd be at every short track
You'd be
race,
at,
and
you'd
every road course
you'd
race.
be at every wall race. How about that? You just go and like be like, yo,
Oh
let's
yeah,
go.
I'd be racing every wall race,
Yeah.
and then like yeah, I'd be at like I'd be. Oh, there's people here. Oh fuck, there's a lot of people here.
Uh oh. Oh fuck. Just go north in the woods. There's that house we can go to at the top of the hill.
Yes sir.
But
You
yeah,
see that?
because I think he's got like high functioning Asperger's or something like that. Reddit's just piling on him and saying he's a creep and like stalking all the female drivers in K&N. And it's like, I don't know. People are really like going hard on him and just like shitting on him, and it's like, okay. And I don't really know which side to fall on because like I've been accused of stalking, and it's just like no.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That like I don't know how to feel about that because that is like a touchy subject because everything is like
Yeah.
late incel.
Basically, if the guy is ugly, it's just, or like a guy's like essentially being a beta orbiter to a chick,
Yeah,
guys will just be
if it's
like,
not Chad or Brad,
yeah,
then yeah.
yeah,
But it's actually a good idea. This is a good complex here.
yeah, yeah. So he's getting ripped on pretty hard, and like I don't know how legit it is or not, but it's just interesting to read because he does go to like a fuck ton of K&N races, and he is like a huge fan of like all the female drivers. So people are just kind of taking that and running with it and being like, yo, this dude's a creep. And he was involved with Jacoby to some extent for like basically until Jacoby had his public like Jacoby got canceled, right?
Yeah, that's somebody who actually like deserved everything he got though. So
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of cancel culture, but yeah,
yeah. Yeah, so that thread right now about the Lombard Bros has morphed into like, oh yeah, it's just they have this inheritance and they're blowing it all on sponsoring a random Xfinity team, to just like ripping on him because he's kind of following all the K&N chicks around. And it's like, okay. And I don't really know which side to fall on because it could be just, let's call him a stalker for the memes because that's what fucking chicks and chads do. But there's people who seem to really just like do not like the guy. So that's one story that's popping off on Reddit, and then another one is with Samantha and Kyle Busch, which I think I sent you.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Because I'm interested to hear this.
So there's been a rumor apparently dating back to July of this year that Samantha and Kyle Busch got divorced, and I can't figure out the chronology because like the stories are kind of not so clear, but they either got divorced because of the miscarriage and they were all really fucked up and depressed and now he's dating a monster girl, or he was really fucked up and depressed, cheated on her with the monster girl, and then they got divorced, and now it's like they're trying to cover everything up. I don't have a gun, by the way.
Come to me.
But supposedly it'll be like all talked about in the off season and it'll all come out. And it was, you fucking asshole, you gave me a barrel.
Hey,
I
can't be
mean,
choosy.
True.
Got any 5.56 ammo?
No, I didn't find shit. It's a pretty bad drop
Alright.
so far.
Oh wow, I just found a barrel that I can take for myself. That was useless.
So yeah, it's interesting. I should probably get my phone out so I can read the stream comments because our boy Takina showed up. But no, it's interesting. So like, and it's been mentioned in a few threads. It's been mentioned in like all the weird shit happening in NASCAR this week because there's been like 3 hauler fires. There's been like the birds flying into the NASCAR Hall of Fame. There's Gray Galding's like.
Wow, we're kind of far.
Yeah, we need a vehicle.
Yes.
There's been Gray Galding's allergic reaction he had on the plane, and it wasn't like a late drug overdose covered up like the Hamlin shit. It was like legit, like some sort of like emergency that they had to fucking like, I think. 4X. They either had to land the plane or they didn't, but it was like a serious thing. And like even Chase Briscoe was on Reddit being like, yo, I watched it and it was really fucked up. So like all this weird shit's been happening in NASCAR, and inside that thread they're like, oh yeah, and then there's the Kyle Busch stuff being divorced. And people are like, what? And then the thread gets fucking deleted and shit. And then drunken Brian France, who supposedly has leaked actual NASCAR news beforehand, and like has been credited by like Adam Stern and I think Jeff Gluck on a few occasions, has come out and been like, yep, I have heard from 4 different sources, all of which who are not connected with each other, that supposedly Kyle and Samantha Busch got divorced earlier this year, and it was ugly, and there's a monster girl involved, and all kinds of shit like that.
I'm going to throw this out there while we talk. We have to run now, and I'll explain why, because there's going to be a lot of teams coming from behind us.
Yeah, I agree, because of the bottom right city. Yeah, we got to roll.
Yeah. I found a mutant. I'm just going to roll with the mutant as my DMR.
I've got a 4X scope, so I'm okay. I just need a vest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole thing is messed. I'm not going the right way.
So how did Brian France be the one who leaked this, by the way?
No, not Brian France. It's like a parody Twitter account called Drunken Brian France. And
okay.
Apparently, like, for someone...
I'm going to run to the road and look for a vehicle there, just so you know.
Someone in the Reddit thread explained that, like, a lot of NASCAR teams, to get news out without getting in massive shit or without talking to the press, will intentionally go to, like, the main, like, parody accounts, like the Orange Cone or Drunken Brian France, or like...
Well, the orange...
Like,
first, I found the vehicle.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm just throwing this out there. Orange Cone is a fucking...
I know.
A fucking fraud. And always was from day one.
I know.
You know how many times he blocked me and then unblocked me because when I used to... when I had my old Twitter account,
I know.
I mean, I would brawl with him and basically ask him straight up, "Why are you being such a shill?"
I know.
Because it turned from like funny NASCAR memes to you could tell it was some. Oh wow! Oh my god! Still good. You could tell it was then some boomer in the NASCAR. Either they got to the person, or they bought the account out, and like
Okay.
it turned into somebody boomer posting. You know, gee, the race wasn't so great today, but I still love my NASCAR, and I'm gonna watch next week. Is basically what the account turned into. And yeah, orange cone's a fuck, but you could go on.
But yeah, like the theory is that NASCAR or people inside NASCAR, anyone from like crew guys to like tire changers and shit like that, go to that account or accounts like it to leak info that they can't tell like Jeff Gluck or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And again, he's one of the like epic meme accounts, but apparently he's been accurate in the past, so people are like, this might have some like footing. So that'll be an interesting story when that breaks. And he said he's like straight up like I've told Gluck and I've told He said he told Gluck and Pawcross, and he's like I'll straight up pretend that they're the ones to leak it and let them have all the credit, but like you OGs who follow my account, you know, will know it was me because I talked about it here first, kind of thing. So yeah, it's interesting. I don't really think it has any effect on like the landscape because like
Unless
it's
he did
Gibbs.
something illegal. Oops. Unless he did something illegal, which probably didn't happen.
Yeah.
And you know the way NASCAR works, it's like NASCAR's in bed with every aspect of government in Charlotte, so it won't matter.
Yeah, and I mean, like, look at Gordon with the trophy girl, right? Like,
Yeah.
nothing happened to Gordon. It was
Yeah, the worst thing that happened to Gordon was he got kicked out of his house
yeah,
and slept on Rick Hendrick's couch for like a month or two.
yeah. Well, even bigger. Look at Ray Evernham with Aaron Crocker. Like,
Yeah, nothing happened for that.
oh,
People
if
were
something
just-
happened, it was fucking Jeremy Mayfield lost his ride, but
Yeah, people
that
were just
was-
pissed off because Ray Evernham Motorsports like ceased to exist in like as a result, but like that was really all that happened.
yeah, you know, people still pretend that like that era of his life just
Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody ever talks about that aspect of Ray Evernham.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, it's shitty too because it's like, it kind of reminds me of Michael Irvin, even though Irvin's offense is like way more serious. But it's just like, yo, this crew chief's entire back half of his career, he essentially self-sabotaged, and we just pretend it's all good because, well, he was good with Gordon for a few years in the '90s, which is which is an understatement because he was one of the best crew chiefs. But still, like, you get my point.
You now remember Robbie Loomis?
I don't. I might have been too young.
He was like Jeff Gordon's crew chief for like a year or two. He sucked so bad. He might have been right after Ray Evernham.
Okay. So, like, 01 or 02?
Yeah, he was before Steve Letarte.
Okay. You drove out of the circle, my man.
Yeah, it did change over while we were going, but it's alright. We have the technology.
GPS recalculating.
Yep.
I need a vest tube, so we need to hit up a house at some point.
Not these houses. These are hot spots. But we'll find you something.
Yeah, so like I don't think anything will happen to Bush, especially because like he's on a team with Denny Hamlin, and like Hamlin's adventures are like, it's rough, bro.
Yeah.
No one's like I saw Denny Hamlin on the fucking Dirty. That was a wake up call. I was like, what? These people give a shit about NASCAR, and you need to get out of here.
I forget that. What was his post on the Dirty? I mean, I
He
think
was
we
just cheating on his baby mama because I
Yeah.
don't think he's married, right?
I don't think he is married. I think it's pretty well accepted though that Denny has a habit to get into cocaine. All right, let's risk it here. Fuck it.
Yeah, there was that one Martinsville race where they like, yeah, he had an eye infection.
Level 2 helmet over here.
I got a level 2 helmet. Yeah, eye infection, and was like instantly on speed that no, it's not an eye infection. There's you need to get this M24,
Oh, hello.
and if you have a 4X scope, you got to put that on there.
Got an
There's my
8 times
vest.
scope. Yeah, there's your vest. Well, do you want the mutant?
Nope. Wait. Yep.
Yeah, take the mutant.
So yeah, nothing will happen to Kyle Busch, I don't think. I'd be
Put
surprised.
some more
if it
ammo
did.
on the ground for you.
Thanks, you sir. Yeah, we're good. We're Gucci.
Wait, I'm taking your parts. Oh, you left no parts on it.
Yeah.
So
Because I'd put them on the mutant. Play recon here for a bit. Don't need to fucking
Yep.
move.
I might go across the street to one of those other houses. Remember, I left the cart here, or the car, so we could always use it to fuck off if we need to. Actually, car down.
Hmm?
There's a car coming
Mm,
down the hill,
down the hill. Behind us?
right here in the woods.
I just still don't see. Oh, there it is. Did they wreck?
No, they're just slow. The regular cars, they made them slower over grass, which is a good thing.
Okay.
I found an 8x scope. They kept driving.
Volume check. I'm gonna shoot a bullet. Okay, that's good.
If you want to come to my building, I'll give you the 6x scope.
There's another mutant up here. No, I need a 4x.
Can you bring it to me?
Yes. Do you have
Another car.
Are you fucking kidding me? Where?
Right there. Went the exact same way. Oh my god, he's flying. He
Oh.
might have seen me.
Just because he got serious airtime?
Yeah.
Well, they're not gonna.
Oh wait, they went right into the other people. Well,
Where the fuck is this happening? I just have the
over here,
shittiest view.
265. Yeah, you have a pretty shitty angle.
Yeah, I hear it. That's
Yeah, they're
fucking
brawling.
hectic.
I think the blue car that came in, they lost out big time. Oh, that guy killed himself.
Anal sausage. Yep. Big rip. Yeah, so it's interesting. I don't think anything will happen to Kyle, but like it'll be odd because of the whole CMT Racing Wives show, and like the amount that Samantha's integrated into just media. Kind of like Ashley Judd and Dario Franchitti. Like they made a point to just showing her for reasons I don't understand, because like, is anyone really all that like big of a fan of her? No. It's weird though. But I mean, that kind of shit happens at a local track level, so. Am I surprised?
Funny
No.
story. I could tell it because the company my sister worked for doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
So it's really not anything in particular. But my sister reached out when she was doing media for this company that made like kids like basically bath products that were like designer. Truck over here in the middle of the field. They basically sold designer like children's like styling stuff,
Okay.
and they were like in Target for a while. But like basically it was like, you know, one of those typical deals, like, you know, they ran into trouble because they didn't know how to run a business, didn't swallow their pride and sell the intellectual property to the investors, who were like, we'll give you $2 million for the IP and you could still run the company, but like, you know, we're going to tell you if we don't like what you're doing, etc. Rather than do that, they wouldn't swallow their pride. The company went under. Long story short, it worked out for my sister because she works for Google now. But yes, that's right. The CIA taps everything that I know. That's right. So yeah, my sister works for Google. It all worked out for her. But yeah, one of her things, like, they were like, oh, do you know, like, do you follow any celebrities on like Instagram and stuff? And she was like, well, yeah, obviously, because, you know, I have an Instagram. And they were like, oh, why don't you try and reach out to some of them that you think might be receptive to, like, you know, answering you. And like, yeah, she reached out to Samantha Bush about, like, you know, different, like, I guess stuff, like seeing if she would be interested in, like, you know, cutting, like, you know, a deal to, like, you know, talk about the product on her Instagram or Insta story. And yeah, apparently the asking price was a little too much. She wanted a lot more money than what NASCAR's actually popular for at this time. to do like an Insta story for 24 hours. Funny story. She actually told me what Jesse James Decker. You know who that is, right? Eric Decker's wife. He's like a super wide receiver who was Broncos then Jets.
Yep,
You
Eric
know,
Decker. Okay.
yeah, Eric Decker's wife. So she's like super popular on Instagram. She's got like I think she has at least 1.5 million followers, maybe more. Apparently, her asking rate for an Insta story for 24 hours, she wanted $50,000 for an Insta story just talking about the kids' products and like how she was quote going to make her kids use it in the bath later, and she would tell us what she thought about it, and they wanted like $50,000 for a 24-hour story.
And what's crazy is some companies are like, okay, and fucking pay it.
Yeah, 50, and that's I guess in line with the thing that we can't discuss on air here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's in line with that. Like that's how I know.
Fake.
Yeah, that's how like I knew what you said to me earlier. I knew it because I know it because I've heard it before.
Yep.
So yeah, imagine that a fucking Insta story. Oh, there's a crate in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and pick off if anybody comes over to it.
Well, even like Chelsea, like when she does YouTube, she doesn't really she doesn't make her primary money through like videos, but like companies will pay her commission if the dildo she advertises sells.
Fucking well.
And it's apparently good. Like she makes decent money doing that, and that's not her like regular gig either, which is kind of impressive.
Nobody's gone to that crate, probably because of it's in the middle of the fucking field, right?
Well, and you know there's 3 squads watching it.
Oh yeah,
being one of them.
But like, yo, imagine whipping out your fucking phone and being like, I'm gonna just talk about something for literally 30 seconds, leave it on my Insta story, and I'm gonna make 50G. Wire it to my account. Cool.
Well, the theory is that it's reach, right? Like
I get the concept.
Companies see it as, okay, you have 10 million followers, so that's essentially like marketing on a commercial for a TV show with 10 million viewers.
There's a bike close.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. By the way, there's people brawling over that
Yep.
crate, as you see.
Yep. Oh, there's a man.
Yep. I'm gonna see if he stops. If he stops by the crate, I'm gonna try and fire at him.
Yeah, like I get it, and it's the same thing with NASCAR Peak. Like NASCAR Peak.
I think I hit him.
Yeah, you did. I saw the blood. That was me trying to shoot, but apparently I'm bad.
Don't make too much noise. There he is. He has no idea where we shot him from.
Yeah, NASCAR Peak sees it as like they don't really care about viewership, from what I understand. It's more like, well, if Dale Jr. tweets about the NASCAR Peak series, he has X followers, so that's X potential eyes on the NASCAR Peak series. And then if NASCAR tweets about the Peak series, NASCAR has X followers, that means X potential eyes.
They're picking each other up.
Where?
Straightforward.
Remember, I'm in the house to the back and to the right of you. Are you shooting?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, my view's blocked.
I guess I couldn't hit them? That's weird.
No, I was having the issue last night too, where I'd line the guy up and every like second shot hit.
And like,
it's rough. Just makes it all fake now. Like it makes me not want to go on like any websites. It makes me not want to like browse Insta because it's just fake. All of it. Fake. Everyone's a shill. I should probably get to Keena's comment. Lol. Sorry, my boy. I just looked through my Steam friends and you're the only one who also has the original grid from 08 on your library. Wow. Sorry, totally OT. No, I made sure to purchase it from, I think, G2A for, like, relatively cheap because I really enjoyed that game, and I didn't mod it out the ass, but I think I put the DLC into it, and I've played through Career once or twice. I really like the first grid. It's great. Even some of, the high school buddy I got into racing with, was a huge grid fan. It's a shame the new one sucks, but... The first grid was amazing. I don't know if you ever played it, Chris, because it was kind of...
I never played any of the groups. Jesse James Decker has 3.1 million followers, by the way. That's what I was doing.
Rip.
Yeah, so just imagine.
Yep.
50 fucking grand for that.
But like, I get it.
I see a squad running in the field. They're in for a rude surprise because they just ran away from the circle.
Yeah, like I get it because it's seen by companies as a TV show with 3.6 million viewers, and not just Insta.
Guys running to the crate.
At least one guy's trying to pick you off on the left there.
Does he see us?
I don't.
I don't think they have any
no.
idea where we're coming from. They got a heal. We hit them, I think. He might know where we are now. Alright, that's enough for me. Let's get moving. Do we want to try to rotate up to 220 to get on top of the hill?
Going. Hold on. Yeah, I was going that way anyway. I would presume there's people at those houses.
Yeah, I think there are because I hear the shots. But we got to do something, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm just worried that they'll see us going up the hill and it'll turn into how do we kill those guys.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking back now, and I got to be honest with you. I think that it was at least $15,000 that she wanted, and I think that basically my sister's bosses were like, "That's a little bit too much money
Samantha
for
Bush.
like, yeah, for her reach." Because if this was like, I don't know. I guess the good example would be if this was like 2003 NASCAR,
Yeah.
they probably would have said yeah.
Driver's wife. I just silly. Oh, there's people in the field fighting.
People right in front of us. Uh-oh.
That was me, not the people.
They see us now.
Yeah, those people.
Yeah,
just get in the building.
Uh-oh. That sounded nasty.
I think we shoot or shot too early. Oh, people here.
Yep. That's what I was saying. There's people
Around
here.
Tan house. Tan house. Get ready.
Allahu Akbar.
You're gonna end up flanking him.
I hope so.
He's running away now. He's running away still.
I see him. Oh no, there was one more.
Mm.
Damn it. Okay. You're dead, right? Yeah,
Yep.
you're dead.
I got bullets on him, so I'm not unhappy.
I had a bunch of hit points. I had like 20 something. I think we were just too far to get the fucking damaging shot on those guys in the field.
I used the GTR with DLC integration. So is there a mod to use the DLC in career mode yet for Grid 1? Because that is what I'm going to play. Because I know the DLC works in like single player, like just quick race, but you can't use like all the DLC from like the PS3 version, which is actually a lot of content in career mode for the original Grid. Also, why no feet pics? You could go ask Chelsea. I can give you your Instagram account. She'll be happy I sent you there.
So FIFA came out with a no room for racism kit for Ultimate Team.
What?
So that's what we're focusing on rather than, fixing the game. Okay.
A no room for racism kit.
Yes.
As FIFA's in ruins and there's massive input lag.
Yeah.
Wear this
You
jersey
can't-
though.
You can't even tell. Can't even tell fucking if the game is good or not because there's so much lag. But hey,
So do you load your squad with Ngubus or no?
no, I have the entire Spurs team
Okay.
because I'm a fucking fag. I know. Sorry, I didn't mean fag. I've discussed this before. You don't call retarded people retarded. Call your friends retarded when they're acting retarded.
Is that from The Office?
Yes,
Yeah.
from The Office. We're never gonna make that.
And that's literally from the gay sensitivity training episode, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
Like I said, I don't mean that, because I have family and friends who are not straight, and yeah.
I'm just sitting here like, man, I retweet like everything anti-LGBT. Like, I'm the one
Let's
who's
go
gonna get
here.
canceled out of the two of us. Where?
Let's go here
Okay.
because I think that's our best bet. This is a shitty fucking drop because everybody's gonna go there. But yeah, outside Monte Nuevo's okay to me.
Well, we lasted till like the top 10. We live in
That last round didn't go so bad.
I think we kind of got fucked by being too loud because people kind of figured out where we were.
I think that last shot, the shot that you made, was the one that did us in. Although we still would have had to
Yeah.
have figured out how to fight those guys.
Well, when you said there's a guy in front of us, I didn't realize he was at our tan house. I
Yeah.
just saw the
Okay.
guys
So
in
you
the
shot
field.
at you shot at somebody else then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said there's a guy in front of us, and then you went pop. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. No, I was shooting at a guy about 100 yards away.
Wow, this is a good drop. There's people here, but I got a gun. Should I fight them?
I don't have a gun.
They got in the car right away.
Okay.
They're pissing off.
Pussies.
Yeah, it was. They did our typical plan. They found the fucking car and just pissed off.
Muting off the bat.
I bet I got an M16. Worse.
Yeah, no feet pics from me, guys. Sorry. Go ask Chelsea. Peak 2019 is when your friend is open about selling feet pics. She got scammed too, hey?
Uh-oh.
It's pretty funny. One of like the Pajeets running the she wasn't like under contract, but a guy was like, "Hey, I'll use your pictures and I'll put them on a site. We won't have your identity and I'll just pay you like a constant rate." She's like, "Okay." And he just never paid.
Makes sense.
Rip. And then he like fucked off and closed his account. I'm like, "Ah."
I've got a scar. I've got a M16, so I'm okay-ish. Need scopes. It is a north circle, so we'll have to get a car at some point. Oh no, there's someone here. What the fuck, bro? Wow, are you fucking kidding me? Where the fuck did that person come from? I think the person was by themselves.
What's shitty is I don't have a scope.
There it is. Nice job. I would finish him. Just so he can't tell his buddy where you're at. Now I would piss off. Just get the fuck out of here completely. By the way, mutant is love.
Can we talk about how I did that with iron sights?
That was nice.
I'm upset.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long round watching you. But whatever. That's why we have triple screens.
So he did have a buddy.
Yeah.
Obviously, because he was knocked, but. See, like, if I hang around, I'm gonna die, but if I don't hang around and run off in the fucking field, right? Fuck it. Off we go. Is it possible to play this map at night?
I don't think so.
Mm. That guy was terrible. Like, really bad.
I was fucked because I closed the door behind myself and couldn't get out, and I was already like badly hurt when he started shooting at me because he didn't move. Like he just stood at the top of the stairs because he must have heard me coming. So I kind of was shit out of luck from the get go.
How old are your feet? The foot fags have arrived, I see.
I guess it's after midnight. We can go TV. We can go TV 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never understood the whole thing about like why there are like pervs who like feet and stuff like that. I mean, like seeing like a woman with like nice legs, like yeah, like you know at the beach or something. Like yeah, you understand that like you understand why like you would say oh like her feet look cute, but like that's with the tanned legs in addition and all that stuff. Like I never understood the whole you know oh please step on my face with your fucking feet that you walked outside with.
You went
I've
on
always
that
sat
side
there
of
and
Pornhub, hey?
I'm like, but there's like the rest of her anatomy that's designed for fornication.
Says the nurse who went to med school.
I'm like, the rest of her anatomy is like designed for that stuff, not her feet. I don't know.
I think it's religious based, because the whole Jesus washing the feet of his disciples is like
it's like a
kind
power
of a,
thing. Yeah,
yeah, of like a
I could see
submissive
that.
act. I think it's Bible related.
By the way, you're running away from the zone.
I know.
I know you need
a
to find
car.
a vehicle. Oh wait, is that a car in front of you?
Mhm.
Yeah, you got the hot rod. Watch it's burned out when you get there.
All right. Do you want iRacing physics or AC physics?
No, don't do it. You got to get to the zone. You
AC
killed
it is.
somebody. God. You made a horrible mistake.
Did I though?
Oh, you made a horrible mistake.
I have to let my mom in the house too. This is rough. Is there another car? Yep. No ammo. Come back! I need that car. Fuck you. It was a rough match, but we have a kill. That was a fucking mistake. Don't let me do that again. BRB.
Live in a post-feet society. Huh.
Okay. There we go.
Just in time.
Mm-hmm. That was... Don't let me do that again. Just peak errors.
How many people are viewing? I'm 8 watching now. They're kind of like...
Alright. Maybe we'll get fun chicken this time. Yeah, that was a suboptimal strategy. Do not let me do that again.
Rip.
Oh, we gotta go this shithole again. Yep, down to 5 years because I fucking wasted people's time. Ah, shit. Anyway, is there anything people on the chat want us to talk about? It's really nothing off limits, as always. But yeah, I don't understand feet fags, like, at all.
The more we talk about shit when we play video games, the more I think that we share such a similar mind on so many of these things.
Have you ever gone down the rabbit hole of, like, shit on clips for sale just to, like, see what's out there and what people, like, get off to?
I've never been that interested, to be honest.
There's, I found one where it was, like, a guy had sent, like, old family possessions for a chick to piss on. Not that I was, like, into it, but I'm like... I think I posted it on my Instagram story one time. Where it was like this dude had sent like photos of his great grandma from the war. And the video was just her like mocking them. Or no, not pissing on them, it was burning them in the fireplace. It was really fucked up.
I think we've all been alive long enough to see the Sonic Chew shit on 4chan. Yeah.
You followed that? Dude, you have no idea how much I followed the Sonichu, like...
I didn't follow it, but I've seen the picture enough times to know the gist of it.
Oh, the dude in the diaper and, like, the room full of, like, kids' toys?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Was
follow
it
that
talking
shit.
about taking diapers out of a dumpster?
I'd never heard that part of it.
There was also a pretty epic thread once, and I know epic is like, yeah, makes me sound like late summer poster. Yeah, there was a pretty amazing thread, I guess you could say, on R9K once, of this guy who was just letting stuff like mold and ferment in his house.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And that was the first, that was like, I think I've discussed this before about how, like, you know, rec threads pretty much make me function at my job with no feeling.
Yep.
Which is, I don't know if that's good or not. But I am going to write my thesis for my postgraduate stuff for if people what I do suffer from PTSD. I mean, nothing really bothers me, but I wonder like if other people do. My like thesis is going to be all that shit. So, yeah, I remember that thread was the only thing I ever saw on there that literally made me feel physically like I was going to vomit. Like, I was like some of the pictures in that thread, I was like, I cannot fucking believe what I'm looking at, and I was like getting ill.
What if I told you that was widespread?
Like that got posted to other places.
No, not
I,
that post, but like that people live like that.
oh yeah, I think that's yeah, it's pretty common that like there are people who fucking do that.
Mini
Like they're
14 or VSS.
Mini 14.
Yeah. Okay.
Like yeah, I thought that that was one of the most absolutely fucking disgusting things I ever saw.
No, it is straight up common, supposedly.
Like he took like a fucking like cottage cheese at one point out and like dumped it on the counter, and I was like literally fucking about to vomit. I was like, that's enough. I can't look at this anymore. Uh, there was another one where this guy was going into like porta potties and pulling like shit out of the porta potties.
What the
That
fuck?
one gets that one gets like reposted frequently. That one, when I see it posted, I just know not to fucking click on that because it would like those are the only two things that I could say. Yeah, you could call me a bitch, but like those were like the two things that I could tell you for sure that I've seen on there that actually made me like be like, no, this is like fucking no, like you know.
The one thread that was really fucked up was the one we actually went through a couple months ago. Was the roasty that got murdered? That one was a
Oh
rough thread.
yeah,
That was
that
wild.
that was fucking wild.
And like, unfortunately, I don't want to say she had it coming, but like, you start rolling dice pretty quickly when you meet people off the internet.
Yeah, I mean like this is somebody who herself obviously had a whole bunch of fucking issues to work out and found somebody who decided that they were going to take advantage of her and murder her.
Okay, I'm level 2 helmet and vest and a mini 14 with a 3x scope, so I'm good.
I have a just found an SKS.
China wrecked threads are pretty good. Just
Oh,
because it's like
they're
seeing how they live.
unbelievable. And it's like I have nothing against Chinese people, but mainland China is apparently this is like it's like couldn't you couldn't book a death match in like you couldn't like make like a death match like in your wildest dreams over what goes on in mainland China. Oh, there's a motorcycle here. Don't die. Alright, so cool. I've got enough ammo for now for my barrel and my fucking
I'm disappointed
SKS.
R9K went to the wayside. That's always kind of frustrated me.
Well, here's the problem with R9K. The problem with R9K became that R9K was awesome. It used to be just like feels and like, you know, not not so much self-loathing such as like I want to escape.
It
Let me
was-
talk about this
it
with
was-
other people who understand it.
It was shitposting with green tech stories.
Yeah. We need a vehicle badly.
You said you had a bike?
Oh, there's a bike here, yes.
Didn't you say you had a bike?
Yeah, come to me if you can.
I'm
Actually-
already fucking like running halfway.
Oh shit. Because there's a town. Alright, I'm gonna hit up this town and I'll come get you.
Okay, I'll hide out.
Oh, level 2 vest, but you said you have one.
Yep.
Okay, good. I was just about to do my bitch about why can't I carry stuff like that to teammates.
No, R9K, there was a point where it just crossed into like. It started with like the normies get out meme, as like.
And
kind
it
of-
turned into
yeah.
it turned into like yeah.
That became the actual like atmosphere of the board.
Yeah, it became edgy 15-year-olds saying like, haha, you can't come here if you've had sex before. I'm like, no, that was never the purpose of the board actually.
Or there's like tons of like mental illness generals and just people being like, look how fucked up I am, and it's like, no, but like let's go back to like posting tard stories and shit. Like that was funny, or like funny shit that happened in
or
school.
like yeah, or wagey general,
Yeah.
wagey general, 25 plus general. Like that was R9K. You know?
Well, and then it was like Pole and R9K got invaded by the tranny Discord, which was not good. The tranny Discord was rough. I can't believe that was a real thing though. Like I can, but at the same time I'm like, wow.
Does anything surprise you anymore? Like though, honestly.
No. And it's like to the point where it's a whole meme now about Discord trannies. It's wild, bro. But like imagine like coming home after like school or just like after work and not playing games with your friends or like picking up a hobby or like playing guitar, but just sitting in a chat server being like, we have to subvert everyone on 4chan and convince them to be trannies just like us. Like that's weird, bro. Cuz it's as much as we want to meme that it's the CIA doing that shit, it's not. It's just fucking normal people. Just hanging out and being like, let's fucking push this.
Dude, you're like an incel or something though,
Yeah.
Lamau?
Yeah. Push identity politics on people.
Dude, only incels think that that stuff is real, Lamau.
Greta Thunberg fucking held a speech or a rally in our in my city today. The video the video that's circulating about it, where it's like there's a bunch like holding up traffic, and some guy takes the banner and says, "No, fuck you, people have to get to work." And it's like, that's not in Edmonton.
Anti-climate, Chad.
Yeah, people are claiming that's in Edmonton. That's not in Edmonton. Like
That was somewhere else. No, those were American voices
Yeah.
recording the video.
Well, not only that, but like the license plates and the crosswalks and the street signs. It's like, I know, like Edmonton's pretty small, like by like city sizes. That's not Edmonton.
And there were no pride crosswalks. I jest.
Well, what's
Oh, I'm
funny
dead.
is,
Oh, I'm dead. Oh my god.
are you serious?
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm right by you. We're good.
I tried to stop it from flipping and it just kept flipping.
Ken Roxon. No, Thurnberg held a protest and like pictures started coming out from it, and like you can just look at the faces in the crowd, and like it's kids, dude. It's kids who don't know any better, and it's kind of like fucked up, kind of like the Nazis using kids to like.
Well,
further...
did you see Base Nigel in fucking London yesterday ripped a guy off the train who was trying to stop the train at rush hour? There was like two people up on the train, like no, you can't use the train because my feelings. All right, let me just heal and we'll.
Where's the bike? There's the bike. Damn.
Take an energy drink. Let's go.
Yeah, like I don't know. I looked at the fucking people in the pictures, like, cause you can see their faces, right? Like it's all professionally shot, so their identities aren't really concealed, and it's literally just like high school kids. High school kids who don't know anything any better. They don't really have any hobbies. And they're just like, I want to feel like I'm changing the world because the alternative is sitting in my home listening to Spotify. And like, I get
don't
it.
forget, because Orange Man bad.
Yeah, and like I
Keep
get,
going,
I
this
get.
city's gonna be pop. Oh wow, I had a big lag spike there. Did you?
Nope.
Yeah, I thought my game crashed, but it didn't.
Oh.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, and I don't know, like I get why kids like feel the need to experiment and shit, but like they did it when I was in school, and even when I was that age of like 15, 16, 17, like I ain't skipping no fucking school to go into a protest that makes no sense. Like they literally did send a guy, because remember back then it wasn't climate change, it was global warming. They sent a guy to our school to like talk about like global warming and shit, and how it was going to affect our future generations, and we need to take, you know, action against, you know, these big evil corporations and help save the planet. And again, this was '07, so it's 12 years ago. No one cared. Everyone's like, this is horseshit. Like, at that point, an inconvenient truth was found to be mostly based on lies, which is kind of how Al Gore fell from grace. And I think we've talked about that before, but yeah, people just weren't buying it. And not only that, like, no one really gave a fuck because it's like, yo, I want to go home and
Staircase to
watch the
get
game.
upstairs. Here it is.
Just play recon here for a bit.
Yeah, we're in a okay spot.
Okay, the bike's out back. Yeah, so I'm looking at this and it's just like, it's just a bunch of misguided kids at this rally who like don't even know what they're talking about. You know, we don't walk outside and there's fucking heavy pollution. We're aware that like the oil and gas industry is, you know, a pretty big part of life in Alberta, but you walk outside, it's not like you smell it. It's not like there's a haze hanging over the city. You want to make
Yeah,
a real
and like
difference, go
everybody
talk to
talks.
China.
Yeah, exactly. Talk to China and India, and everybody talks about like one of the examples that like you hear brought up sometimes. You're like, oh well, remember what San Francisco used to look like? Yeah. Well, also people don't seem to forget that San Francisco and LA are in valleys, and the air just doesn't move out of those valleys.
Yep.
That's why they are.
Doesn't dissipate.
They used to have smog issues in like '80s and shit in
Yep.
those cities. But whatever. I mean, look, we've had this discussion before. I'm old enough to remember when you could smell a car sitting in the driveway, or coming down the street because it was like everything was so fucking like
Yep.
dirty, and now like you don't even know cars are driving by.
Yep.
And I think capitalism, not perfect, but you see how capitalism drives change, drives efficiency, drives innovation. They don't think it be like it is sometimes, but it do.
Kids and bored upper middle class. Extinction Rebellion is a weird death cult. Yeah. It's just bizarre to watch. Especially because, like, I don't know. I'm seeing it, like, on Facebook, and mostly it's just the roasties who post about it. But it's just, like, you're just looking stupid to, like, those of us who actually pay attention to what's going on in the world. Like, it's frustrating. And then, of course, you have the roasties. How could you make fun of a 16-year-old kid who just wants to save the planet? It's like, no one's making fun of her. We're just saying that, like, what she's going after is wrong. Don't embark on public speaking tours if you don't know what you're talking about, and you're just crying because your parents told you to.
Orange Man bad.
Do you see he's actually going to sue CNN?
Bad man.
Dude, that's going to be fucking hectic. Fucking based Project Veritas. This circle kind of sucks. We'll win it though, watch.
That's kind of close.
Let's just not move.
Not too bad, that circle. We could run up in the hills.
Well, we should probably get going now. You want to take the bike or no?
I kind of want to avoid noise.
Okay. Not a lot of people left. I have a Mini 14 too, so just heads up that if anyone engages at close range, I'm dead.
I got a 416, and we're good.
It's not bad then. "12 alive."
Yeah, that just made things a lot interesting. And we also know where at least 3 are to our left,
Yeah,
where those shots are
I can
coming
still hear
from.
'em. I just want to stay as high as possible. And it looks like we've got trees covering us. So like if people were to look at this hill, we're blocked by the trees.
Yep.
I mean, we might have to rotate it at some point, but we're eventually going to meet the circle. This is interesting.
Yeah, this is a spot that I felt like I would always encounter on Xbox when I played.
There's a drop 85, but really far away, so there's going to be fuck tons of people over there. I'm gotta cut in now. I don't want to, but... Okay, move tree to tree.
Got tons of rocks here. You like that?
Like JFK said, we don't do things because they're easy, we do things because they're hard.
Like we literally have to run back. What's interesting is that we survived the phase of the match where you really need long range scopes. So we're not in bad shape right now, right?
I think we are, but...
I only say we
People,
are because
people!
how
100,
far?
they don't see us. They're running. 95.
Alright.
Up the hill.
Yeah.
One guy's like staying back to try and look for me.
Oh,
They
they
definitely
see
see
us.
me. Yep.
Run to this house.
Tree. Rotate north.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
gonna
already
heal myself. Yeah, if you can keep going north, you're good. Nope. I'm not gonna make it. Keep going. Go north. Get out. I'll let him kill me, and then you just keep going. That sucks. I didn't think they saw me.
Well, interesting plot twist. They left me a fucking 6x scope here. Even though I was just saying I don't think we needed long scopes at this stage.
You might see him right away. Not close, but... Yep. They do not see you. Neither of them see you. Naked dude killed me. He does not see you.
He knows I'm here though. This is what's fucked. YOLO.
keep going north.
Why are you shooting at me? It's literally giving up where you are. Such a fucking... So fucking stupid. Now the other team knows where they are.
Unless it was aimbot and they just tried to play it honest. I don't really understand how they saw us, but...
I don't understand. I don't understand the strategy. I don't understand it. Why is me... I'm gonna die. I'm like literally gonna die because of the zone, but you let the other team know where I am. Right? Or where you are by doing that. Whatever. We're making it far. Hopefully we'll get one of these right.
You know, like, we're finishing top 3. I think he had 6 left in that round. Where the fuck am I? Oh, okay, that's a new spawn. It's an interesting hiding place. This is a weird drop. Maybe we'll win this one.
Hmm. Yeah, we could try and find a car, go there.
So I'll land like here. I wonder how my Reddit thread is doing. It got tweeted out by the actual, like, NASCAR or Reddit NASCAR page account. Alright, vehicle, vehicle, vehicle. Nope. 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 Yep. We're good.
Base, come grab me.
You could probably just land on me. Please be a
Where
vehicle.
are you? Why the
What?
fuck can't I see you?
You're like way the fuck over there.
Oh, yeah. We got separated a little bit.
We did. Okay, I landed at a house here. So I'll loot. Hey, you know what? That's gonna work for us. Nothing in here. Okay, yeah, I'll just get the truck and go pick you up.
Yep, I'm just gonna run as close as I can to there in the interim. I hear my Uber.
Anything useful here?
Jack shit. I have a grenade.
Oh, should we get going? I have a grenade too.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, can all tab for a sec. Oh, you're not.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Alright, go Reddit. 3 new comments. Only 3 replies.
man, this thing really fucking doesn't turn when you get a little bouncy.
Okay, I'm back in game now. I'll fucking alt tab and of course the stream freezes. Any building works. Just go building to building, really. I really don't think there's anyone here. That being said, there was nothing in this building, so that's slightly worrying. It's just a suboptimal looting place. Wow. Just nothing.
Yeah.
Car 98. We are in business. Level 2 helmet. Cheek pad. Getting all the goods now. Just need a scope.
Ooh, car 98.
So we both have car 98s. Is that what I'm hearing?
This will end horribly for us. Yes, we do. Could be worse. Compensator. Question is, after we go through here, where do we go? Although we've had fun gunfights in the city.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to go here, is because it's just comfy. There's just like fucking nothing for like guns though, or not guns, scopes rather, or just loot of any kind.
I've got a 3-time scope. I've got a med kit, but I've got like no like energy drinks, nothing like that. Can't be a real burger without energy drinks.
There's a car randomly parked here. Was this used? How can you tell? You can't. Great. Up down to 4 viewers. We are not very entertaining tonight.
Gotta talk about some sim racing drama. I think that's the issue.
Oh yeah, sim drama. Oh, did you see the boomer fights on Sim Racer's Facebook page? Where
No.
like that one guy wasn't, or was it Sim Ragers, where that like one guy wasn't responding to that other guy?
No, I missed it.
I didn't follow what happened. I was hoping you'd pick up on it.
Boomer me up, fam. Tell me.
I don't know. That's all I know.
I did see on iRacing Dirt World somebody who runs dirt late models in real life posted a question asking why the car wants to snap to the right no matter what he does when he counter steers. He's like, my dirt car in real life doesn't do anything like that, and somebody was like, oh, you just have to get used to it because, you know, that's just the way it is. And I'm like, well, that's not a very good answer, right?
It's a lot of money, just a lot of money to spend on a high class sim to be told that's just the way it is.
Yeah, pretty much he was like, he's like, I'm not saying it's bad, but when I can't get the feel as to why when I counter steer right, the car is hooking to the right. And that was something I kind of bitched to Travis about. I was like, I'm not putting your setup down. I'm not putting any of this stuff down. It's fun. But, like, I just was trying to explain to Travis that I didn't understand why sometimes it, like, genuinely felt like that no matter what I was doing. I just was absolutely unable to get the car to, like, just feel consistent when you were counter steering it. And it's something that when you watch, like, real dirt racing, you just, like, don't see.
The
Like,
cars
they
just look smooth and set in the corner.
Yeah.
Too much grip on the front tires.
Probably.
Maybe the grip flick is present in dirt too, and it just, you know, spontaneously activates. It's not even a flick, it's just when force is applied on those tires. They like insta grip and then lose grip.
Travis seems to think it was setup based. I mean, I don't know enough about dirt setups to know. But, like, I can tell you right now, when I run dirt races, the people who are beating me, their cars are definitely fucking not doing what my car is doing.
I'd come help you out, but you know.
Well, yeah, Canadian man bad, so. Fucking incel terrorist.
I just love how that was such bait though. That was like the perfect nail in the coffin for IR. For me personally, anyway. Like, we obviously knew it was gonna end. Like, I'm not stupid, but like, to essentially go out and not actually do anything that was worth being protested over.
Well, you didn't do anything that was worth getting protested over, but I think if you never posted that, nobody would have said anything.
That has nothing to do with it, though. You should be able to talk
Yeah.
about a video game without the fucking community. I don't even know what the word for it is, though. Acting like a fucking cult. And being like, hey, this is
Oh,
on YouTube, you know.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. The thing that I think is just completely fucking insane to me is like that Aaron Vogel guy is just so fucking. It's like, here's somebody who spends every second of his fucking day posting about shit and is like constantly getting reminded from people who like even people who are like iRacing fans, like, you know, and will defend them. Like, even those people who defend iRacing are telling him like, you gotta stop this, it's like ridiculous. Like, because we people.
I am very far from you.
I think it went up on the bridge.
Good.
Like, yeah, you have like even like adamant IR supporters just being like, no, you have to stop. Like, you can't keep posting this, you know. By the way, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Where are you?
We're here. Oh wait, actually no, I gotta come back to you.
Yeah, I'm in, like...
Yeah,
fine.
I gotta come back to you. Yeah, like even like I said, even adamant IR supporters are just like, no, this is like, what you're posting makes no fucking sense. Is like,
I don't even think that's the issue. I think it's... I personally find it funny that, like, again, I essentially came back and did nothing that... Fuck, I had a word for it before. Or I had a phrase or something to describe it. It's getting late, so I'm, of course, running on empty at this point. But, like, to come back and the only infraction they ding you for is something that doesn't actually affect the field of play. And then they're like, and they use that to be like, no, we're just gonna outright completely ban you because you're just that much of a shit disturber.
yeah, basically treating you like a terrorist was an odd choice.
It's interesting. It's... If any other company did that, like, let's say Blizzard did that, which they are doing that now. If any other company did that, and it was, like, a bigger streamer,
Wait,
it would be a mess.
take that for your secondary.
Let's get moving again.
Yeah, we might have to use the vehicle.
Where?
The one we took originally, we got to take it somewhere. I don't even know where. We should probably just go up on the mountain.
Yep. No, for me it's odd to see a not, it's not a dev team, but to essentially celebrate that you got someone removed for violating a rule that does not affect anybody. And then trying to be like, well, you're a known shit disturber and you had this coming. And it's like, well, what did I exactly do? I gave a game a bad review 6 years ago that to this day still holds up pretty well. That was the crime? And then to kind of manipulate things in a way where, oops, the average community member now thinks you're persona non grata. Because you said, hey, this game that I spent money on maybe isn't as good as everyone's making it out to be. Like, if you did that in any other genre, like, let's say you did that with Madden. Let's say you're a Madden streamer, and you're just like, look,
Uh-oh.
Let's say you're a Madden streamer, and you're just like, look, I don't think Madden plays very well this year, and you post videos being like, here's the defensive back logic being fucked up, or here's the Madden 19 poster being used in Madden 20 because they were too lazy to fucking redo the textures for this season. And then you were banned off of EA's servers from playing online. And anytime you tried to talk to EA, they're just like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, like, FIFA does that. They're gonna blackball you. They're just gonna not invite you to, like, their preseason, like, fucking...
EA Game Changer shindig.
Yeah.
That's fine. That doesn't mean you can't play the game. But imagine if you made a couple Reddit posts being
this guy's, like, right here. You want to do it?
Where is he?
It's like shooting from, like, right around here.
Hunt the guy down?
Yeah.
There he is. 150. I see him. Follow me.
He's gonna shoot you.
Yeah? You
Hell
killed him?
yeah.
Fuck you. I lit him up.
Deal. I don't think he had good shit, but let's see. 4 times scope helps.
Yeah, like, if FIFA did that where an EA Game Changer or just some personality said, look, I don't think FIFA plays very well this year, and when they booted up the game, it said you cannot log into EA servers and use most of the features in this product, there would be such a shitstorm. Or if in the EA terms of service they snuck in one year that you can't bring FIFA 21 into disrepute by posting about it online in a defamatory fashion. If EA ever snuck that into their terms of service, they'd be laughed out of the industry. There'd be such a mess. It would be covered day in and day out for months. And every public reaction EA made to it would be scrutinized to hell and back.
I gotta hit the deck and heal when we get in.
I don't blame you.
It's gonna be a long ass run.
Well, there's people in front of us too. At least I think so. But yeah, when it happens in sim racing, it's just par for the course, and all the losers on the forums defend it and pretend like you're in the wrong.
I think the problem is that the user base is fucking boomers.
But it's not though. Like now, it's like it's kids who are like
This
going
way,
along
this way,
with
this
it.
way. Many
Like,
people falling off.
there are a younger generation of kids now who believe any sort of negativity online is toxicity because they didn't grow up in the fucking Xbox Live days. Like, there's a reason the Riot Shield pussy video resonates more in 2019 than it did in 2007 when it came out, or that would have been 2009. Yeah. Because like they were a group of people in our generation, so like kids who are like 26 to 32 now or whatever, who like got that like when you shit on a game, it's not because you had an evil vendetta against the company, it's just because you're like, this game kind of sucks. It's not very good. But the older generation was brainwashed into being like, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it. And now the generation younger than us is like, oh, you're just being toxic, bro. Why do you have to be so negative all the time? It's kind of like the whole conspiracy theory label created by the fucking CIA. Where it was like, it was a label slapped on people to dismiss like actual legit criticism.
It's also tiresome.jpg. There's a new vest in here for you.
And it's funny too, because like on the PCars forums, you want a really good comparison. We allow people from iRacing to post in our forums.
Oh, there's a guy up here. What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? He's gonna try and ace me. Get him.
Are you
Wow.
serious?
This fucking loser was fucking camping up in this building.
How about I had 23 hit points?
How about he just died from the fucking zone? You
See it on
fucking,
the
you're
stream
gonna,
now.
yeah, he's gonna get killed.
So I got up there and I shot first.
He
and
died. The guy, yeah, he died.
I killed him?
Yeah.
Oh.
What a fucking joke, though. I don't understand what the fuck they were doing there because the zone was moving and they just waited for us.
Well, I'm good for tonight, because you know we'll get another desert map.
Want to do one more?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I love that your fucking thing is pizza. That's fucking great.
Yeah, it's just toxic. Everyone
Now we
who's...
could fucking we
Yeah.
could bitch about the shit that we couldn't on stream.
No, I didn't turn it off yet. I got...
Oh,
we got one more round, right?
all right.
But no, the whole... it's almost mind control in a sense that they've convinced people that saying negative things about a video game is like the worst thing in the world, and that it's not just you being negative, but like you're crazy and you're depressed and you're a 4chan school shooter. That was a good one. It's frustrating, bro. Yeah, back to the desert map. But the point I was trying to make is like we let people like who are iRacing fans or employees or whatever post on the PCars forums. We don't care if they slag off the game. I know Ian does. Ian gets kind of ban happy, but that's an Ian thing that he's got to learn to be a bit better at. But like if I see someone on the PCars 2 forums being like, "Our racing drives so much better," it's like, yeah, okay, sure. And then I go about my day. But if you do that on the iRacing forums, people like freak at you and like follow you around and fucking every thread you're in, and you're like, "Oh, there's that guy who said this one time." And it's just this weird like cult atmosphere that's similar to like almost Star Citizen. And what disappoints me is, with me being in my unique shoes and being one of the few people who does have essentially active beef with the company, every time essentially I turn on a NASCAR broadcast and see that shit shilled like aggressively, because you know how it is now, right?
Yeah.
Like it's everywhere.
William Byron's young sim racer.
Every fucking NASCAR broadcast that I try and watch in my leisure time forces it down my throat about how great this software is. And I'm sitting there on my sofa just the same way you watch NASCAR, and I'm sitting there like, this company is fucked. I know how it's fucked, you know how it's fucked, Dustin knows how it's fucked in some ways. And you're sitting there and it's like, I don't know, it's fuck, man, it's like seeing an ex-girlfriend become a model and all the guys fucking like, I don't know, like jack off to her. And you're just sitting there and you're like, this bitch is crazy, you know?
See how many people land here? At the actual city?
Yep.
Wild. Oh, there's there's a car over there. We can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's an abstract kind of feel. Because you're sitting there and it's like, like a figurehead of this company tried to say I had a fucking irrational vendetta because I reviewed their game and didn't give it a 10 out of 10. And you're sitting there seeing it shilled everywhere, knowing how broken it is, knowing how none of the NASCAR drivers play it actively and use it like to properly train. They play it the same way that we play with fucking like Forza or like PGR. just something to do and dick around with your buddies, because it's social media, right?
Hmm.
And you're sitting there and you're just like, this is all fake. This is all horseshit, and you're like the only one who's in that abstract kind of feel state.
I think it's funny how not good William Byron is. There, I said it.
Yeah, they picked the wrong guy to replace Jeff Gordon. Like, the wrong guy.
I mean, yeah, he won a bunch of nationwide races, but like,
No one cares about Nationwide, though.
there's like nationwide, like the talent drop. Well, the equipment drop off in nationwide is worse than the Cup Series.
Well, and you have kids that don't run the full season. Like, you have those Gibbs cars that people just rotate in. You have the RCR cars where people just rotate all the time. Like, you're not even racing against, like, a full championship where people have, you know, the same field of drivers day in and day out. Like, Xfinity's so fucking weird like that. So, like, you could win a race one weekend and it's like, oh yeah, but Kyle Busch wasn't there. Which is, as much of a meme that is, like, it's true. So, like, oh, congrats, you won Daytona Race 2. Well, that's great, but the field in Daytona Race 2 is different than Daytona Race 1. And points-wise, you're looking at so few people who run the full schedule that, like, literally, what does it matter you beat 8 people? You know? ARCA has the same problem, too. Like, when Natalie Decker ran ARCA, you know, she finished, I think, top 10 in points, but it's like, yeah, 7 people ran the whole season. Hell, even EIR has that problem with the fucking Lucas Oil Sportsman cars. Like, yeah, like, there's this guy I know who, like, in my opinion, is not a very good driver, and he finished, I think, 3rd overall in provincial standings. And then you look at provincial standings, and it's like 3 cars ran the full season. He was the 3rd of the 3 cars. Like, what did you...
Hello?
Hello?
8-time scope.
Like, what did you gain? What did you accomplish by running in a season where the field changes literally every week? I just think the nepotism in NASCAR is great right now.
It's an odd, abstract state of affairs.
Matt Tifft made it to Cup never winning a race. There's a couple guys, I think it was either Kamikaze Games or Black Flags Matter did it, like a top 10 worst drivers currently in NASCAR. And there are drivers who literally never won a race in any of the minor series running a Cup right now. Like, Jeffrey Earnhardt was one, Matt Tifft is another, Natalie Decker did nothing in ARCA and got moved up to truck for some reason. Like, there's just a list of people who just didn't do anything. There's guys, Cody Ware, who basically just kept moving up to Cup because his dad was the owner. One reason I find NASCAR racing hard to follow versus F1. F1 kind of has that, but like it's still the same core 20 to 25 drivers, and there's not as much silliness. And NASCAR never used to be like that, at least in the mid-2000s when I started like really getting into it. Like,
Hey, you want to do this? You want to keep moving, or?
we can hang out.
I got this Mini 14 with an 8 scope, so.
Like, there was a period, I want to say from like, I would say 01 to like 06, where like the drivers in the truck series stayed in the truck series with full-time sponsorships. There was Musgrave, there was Hornaday, there's Matt Crafton, there was Jack Sprague, there's Travis Voppel. Like, there were regulars in that series who all competed for the championship.
That was also the time when Napa and like companies like that were willing to sponsor the fucking car in each series.
Yeah. Yeah, but you had 10 to 12 regulars who were just like either old Cup guys or just guys who were slowly being developed. Like Kurt Busch was kind of rushed through it.
Yeah, but Kurt Busch getting rushed through actually didn't
Yeah.
negatively affect him. Kurt Busch is actually like quality driver.
Yeah.
Won a championship.
Oh, no, same thing in Xfinity. Like you had Ashton Lewis Jr., you had Stanton Barrett, you had Truex, you had Kyle Busch,
Scope.
you had who was in the 2 car for a while? There was like the number 2 AC Delco car. There was the
That was Junior's car.
No, he was the 3 AC Delco car.
Oh, 3 AC.
Then they
Oh,
changed
who
it
was
to
the
the
2 AC?
Ron Hornaday.
Ron Hornaday, yeah.
Clint Boyer got in there near the end of it, but there was a solid number 2 car. The number 1 car of Jamie Mack for a couple of years.
By the way, you want to know something I'm sick of hearing?
Uh-oh.
I'm sick of people. I know Ethan's probably gonna get mad at me, but I'm sick of there a lot of boomers who are NASCAR fans have this thought that Clint Boyer is a lot better than he actually is. Look at Clint Boyer's career and look at the rides that he's been in. He kind of sucks.
Yep.
I mean, like, let's call it for what it is. He's not nearly as good as everybody thinks he is.
Well, that's the issue with NASCAR now, is that drivers who were 25th place drivers, like a year ago, or not a year ago, but like 10 years ago, because so many people have retired so quickly, those drivers gained 15 spots on the grid. Clint Boyer was useless for a large part of his career, even up until when he's running that 15 car for that Chevy team, because it was like he had that weird stipulation before moving to Stewart Haas where he had to drive for like some backmarker team.
Yeah.
And all the car did was blow up.
Same thing happened to Kurt Busch. Remember, he had to drive the Phoenix racing car before he went to, yeah.
No, but there are a lot of people like now. Even Kurt was good for 3 seasons in the Rubbermaid car. Or the Sharpie car.
But you know what, though? Kurt Busch is really good, though. He's still winning to this day. Like, you know.
No, and that's true. But there was a period of time where it's like he was a good rookie, he ran good in 02, won a bunch of races in 03, championship in 04, and then just cratered for like years. Like he drove for Penske, got fired from Penske, he got kicked out of the 2, went to the 22, got fired from the 22. Like his career was on a decline for like years and years and years. And it took getting to SHR to kind of have a resurgence. But again, like that's someone who, because so many people started retiring.
But he won in that Phoenix racing car, I thought.
Nope.
No, he won in Furniture Row then. I think he won 1 or 2 races with Furniture Row.
Regan Smith won in Furniture Row.
Yeah, that's right. That fuel mileage race at Darlington. Didn't he stay out?
Something like that.
It was like the year that they repaved Darlington, and it was just like flat out. And I think Carl Edwards couldn't pass him on like the last restart or something like that.
It was something goofy. But no, there are definitely drivers where it's like they suddenly got good, just out of nowhere because so many people retired. Kyle Busch, I think, is another one. I mean, Kyle Busch won races, but like he was never the biggest threat to win the championship.
Well, Kyle Busch is. I don't particularly agree with that. My take on Kyle Busch is that Kyle Busch, his whole issue and still is to a degree at this point in his career. Even though he's a lot better at controlling himself, his discipline was his biggest problem in the early part of his career. If he wasn't such an asshole, he would have never left Hendrick Motorsports.
Yeah, the dude was set for life driving for Hendrick and got fired from Hendrick.
Yeah, because he had a shit attitude. His skills were never in doubt. It was just his attitude was completely terrible, and Rick Hendrick just didn't want to deal with it.
And even then, after he went to Gibbs, like he was still successful, but like the success didn't come until, I guess, 2015, when again people started retiring. Gordon's on his way out, like all kinds of this shit.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, I need this. But I had a level 2 vest on, I didn't. I know I'm gonna be the Dale Jr. IDF here, but that's why I always say that Dale Jr. is a lot better driver than people give him credit for. Because he won over like pretty much the entire span of his career, except for like when he potatoed his brain at the very end.
Yeah.
And he won at all different sorts of tracks too. intermediate, short tracks, Pocono,
He has a road course win or two. Not in the Cup Series, I don't think.
and
but
nationwide.
yeah. Here's the thing, like about comparing Kyle Busch to Lewis Hamilton. NASCAR stopped being about the driver basically when the Gen 6 came out.
But Lewis Hamilton is, yeah, in Lewis Hamilton's case, it's not about the driver either.
Yeah. So maybe that is a fair comparison. But no, like, watching those races and seeing the disparity between cars and just how much fucking grip they had, like, it stopped being about the car.
Oh, wow, look at how far away those guys are. 290? They're like half a mile or a mile away.
It stopped being about the driver.
Oh, wow, we're edge of circle.
Oh, yeah, I see him at the house there.
They're way, way fucking far out there.
I don't have a scope, but I'm kitted up.
I gave you that 2 times, right?
Not yet.
No, I did. I dropped it on the floor somewhere
Oh, rip.
in front of you.
Panic.
I guess you didn't. I guess you were talking and didn't realize.
Yep.
Well, I have no idea where it is, and we can't spend 2 minutes looking for it. Let's go to this housing complex right here. We'll
That's
probably
where they
find
are.
some.
That's where they are.
Oh, there's people in those houses?
Yeah.
Oh, I
those-
saw people way far out.
Oh, I thought those were the
Yeah.
people you're talking about.
No. Okay, so we saw 2 groups. Let's go this way then. Yeah, I saw people that were at least 500 or more meters away. I don't know if Verstappen's better than Hamilton. He's a good driver though. Leclerc is fucking amazing though. Let's be real. And everybody was saying he was amazing, like, and it actually like came to fruition, and that's not always the case in Formula One. Verstappen's almost like a Kyle, if you think about it, where he needs to like cool it a little bit, you know?
Kyle didn't win his first nationwide championship until the nationwide series was a shadow of its former self. Because he'd been running since 04. And it took him till 09 to win a nationwide championship, and he basically did it out of spite.
I still think my favorite part about NASCAR is that if the Winston Cup point series still existed, Dale Jr. would have a championship. You realize how hard of a shot in the foot that was for them?
Well, no, I think you've told the story differently before, where it's like they implemented the round of 4.
If the round of 4 thing didn't exist, he would have won the championship in, I think, 2014.
No, backwards. It was if they implemented it a year earlier, the current playoff system. He would. I'm
gonna have to look this up, but I do know that one of the changes that they made it to where he didn't get a championship, and like that might have been enough to save NASCAR from being in the state it's in right now, because they could have been like,
they would have rode that so hard. Worse than it is now, dude. Like, I want you to think about how many times NASCAR or their related social media post the 01 Pepsi 400 highlights over the span of a year.
every time you go to Daytona.
Every time you go to Daytona, Dale Jr.'s birthday. I
think it was 14, but I'm gonna have to try and look up which way it was. If it was not the round of 4, or if it was the round of 4, like whatever it was, I gotta see like which way it was. But I know it was the 2014 year where he had like 4 races that he won, that he would have won the championship. Yeah, Ethan. Like, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, Leclerc is fucking amazing, and I'm not just saying it because of my bobbity boobity, Mamma Mia. I'm Italian and I like, Ferrari. But yeah, no. Usually, when you hear like the meme in F1, like, oh, a driver is going to be the next X, Y, Z, and then they're not very good at all. No, Leclerc is very good, and I think he's proven that this year. Even last year, he proved that he's good. Yeah, I mean, I think Kyle's extremely talented, but I think that his whole career has been basically marred by the fact that he's only got one championship, and it's in a year that NASCAR basically let him back into the championship because they realized how fucking poorly designed that runoff area was at Daytona that got him fucking sidelined for like 5 months.
But my car.
I mean, I ain't even mad about that because I think it's more of a black eye on NASCAR than Kyle himself. But yeah, like everybody seems to casually not mention that they let him back in that year. You know,
I
And
don't
he-
think it was letting him back in. They basically said that like if you
Well,
can
the
amass
rule
enough
where-
points to get in,
and
you're
to
in.
win, yeah,
And he did, and that would and when you think
yeah.
about
No,
how
but like the thing was that the rule was you were supposed to attempt to run every race of the season, and obviously he couldn't. You know.
I didn't remember that being a rule.
Yeah, it was. The
Okay.
rule I think is supposed to be that the chase was supposed to be like, okay, so like what's his name, Justin Haley, who won Daytona July. Okay, he's not chase eligible because he's not running the full season.
That's fucked.
He's,
Yeah.
no. It's because he's claimed points for nationwide. Is why
That's
it didn't
before
count.
they changed that after the whole Kyle Championship thing, where you had
Oh,
to
did
claim.
they?
Yeah, you had to claim which series you were gonna get points for. But the rule used to be is you had to attempt, I think, a certain amount of races or a whole season, and then they were like, "Oh, we're sorry, Kyle got hurt. We're gonna make it to where if he gets enough points." Like they literally changed it because they had to because of how asinine what happened to him was.
Just like how Gordon was the 13th man or the 17th man or whatever in 20. Fuck, what
Yeah.
was that? 13.
Yeah,
That's so fucked. They have no idea what they're doing.
and this is why I know Ethan's gonna rage at me from Bongland right now, but I'm big fucking Truex supporter because I think that it's pretty amazing that Truex has more or less matched Kyle the last 4 or 5 years in the same equipment.
Truex
And
beat Kyle for the nationwide championship in 04.
Yeah, and arguably, that's right there.
Arguably, that was the same equipment too, because you had DEI versus.
I hit him
Hendrick.
twice.
Where is this guy?
They crested the hill once
yeah,
I hit
see
him.
it. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
it. Guess we're going over there.
Well, boys, I just came to say goodbye to you. I'm going to bed.
Okay.
Rip. Give me on tomorrow.
Maybe.
I'll be on after the Yankee game tomorrow for sure. But yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Kyle Truex has been as equal, if not better, than fucking Kyle the last couple of years, and you could make the argument.
Let's
Is
just
that
be
at you?
real.
Or?
Nope.
Kyle's not even the better Bush brother. Kyle's
could-
just had better equipment his entire career.
You can argue that the fucking furniture road cars were fucking hand me downs.
No, they were a crutch. Like they were broken and destroyed. Between Regan Smith almost winning that Talladega race and then Kurt being in that car.
I just think it's like,
That's not it, man.
that's okay.
Alright, I gotta go to bed, guys. I've been up way too long.
Later, mate.
Bye bye.
Oh, I see him.
Wait, 1 sec. Wait.
I threw Molotov.
Yeah, I've always been Truex IDF.
Go this way. I got hit. Somehow.
Not that bad off, I don't think. Oh wow, they're almost hitting me. I don't know how the fuck they saw me. Press the hill. We're good if we could just get in the city.
Gucci.
We're Gucci.
Just keep heading straight south. Or just in the power station. No, it's not in. Never mind.
As long as we get in some cover to our right, we'll be okay. We could get in then. Although I think those guys shooting enough are gonna fucking draw attention to themselves and give us some cover-ish.
I love City Warfare.
Modern Warfare come out next week. 26th, right? I think it's next Friday. That sucks. I gotta work next weekend.
Okay, I'm gonna heal in the house.
Ethan, if you're moving to Florida, you have to let me know if it's in February, because I'm gonna have fucking 3 straight weeks off. And I'm planning on going to the Daytona 500.
Why?
Because the turn left.
Still need a scope. Oh, this house is open. Time to die. Is that you? Yep.
That's me.
I think to some extent we're safe here. I just don't have a scope.
I'm just closing doors downstairs. I might be in the wrong building. I gotta get in your building to get upstairs. Your part of the condo, I guess. Wow, it is really cold tonight, I'm not gonna lie. Fucking like complete Canada mode here.
I'm moving. The big brown building.
Ethan, why don't you just fucking hop the border? You don't have to worry about a visa then.
Fly to Mexico, then jump into... Wow, that might work. It's bold, but... Ooh. Scar L. Nope, I need a scope though. It's like a 99% chance someone's in this building.
Probably. I'm gonna take the Scar because it's a better gun than what I got.
Dude, this building's huge.
But we're not very far. We should probably not go out till the last minute. Actually, I think Ethan Dean would probably be generic southern redneck enough for you to not get picked up by Border Patrol. Be like, hello, sir. And you enjoy NASCAR, so they'd be confused. Uh-oh, is that you?
Nope.
That was fucking close, though.
I feel
For
like that's
sure
across
that's
the
not at
street.
you.
I'm sure it's not at me.
Okay.
I'd be dead already. That's not at me either.
Assess the situation.
I just do not see anybody.
I think it's the second building, the one that's got like 4 stories. That says Carnes del Centro on it.
What?
You don't see the banner on the building that says Carnes del Centro?
No?
Central Meat.
Oh, people.
Pablo's Meat.
290. Out in the middle of the street. Not gonna shoot.
No, not yet. There's 15 alive. I have
Ooh, that's a fight.
got 3 grenades and 2 flashbangs. So scared. Crossing over.
I tried to shoot.
Uh-oh,
once, but
uh-oh.
Nope, no, don't worry. I fired one shot. His back was to me. They have no idea where that's from. Oh, you're across the street? Alright.
Yeah, crossover.
Interesting.
Oh, wait, I have 4 grenades.
So there are people believe here.
Yeah, that's where I hear some pretty fucking heavy fighting. Oh, I see him. I see him.
Uh-oh. That brown
Don't get
building's
your-
in. I got hit.
Oh, he got aced. Wow.
Uh-oh.
I see his buddy. Where's his buddy?
Gotta move, fam.
Pop out. Pop out. I can't shoot. I gotta get it. Oh my god.
Almost died.
This is fucking intense, bro. This is like, there's 14 left, and look at how small this
They're
is.
all in that brown building. Just let them kill each other. Don't even move. Like, you see, like, the 3 or 4 story brown building?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to move there, but apparently that might be a bad idea.
Yeah, let's just stay alive. Obviously. Obviously.
We're a team? You ever see that interview?
No, but I know the reference.
I think it's like Ottawa Senators. It's me breaking glass, by the way. Yeah, we're a team. Yeah, they're all in that brown building. And everyone's just like, what do we do?
I see a guy in the field. You guys, 2 times.
Well,
Guy to our right,
alright.
left. I'm sorry, I was facing. Oh, bullshit!
What the fuck?
Bull fucking shit! Oh my god, wow. I know he had a crate weapon, but dude, I hit him in the fucking face. I know he had a level 3 helmet. What the fuck, bro? There's 2 people there. Him and his buddy. Don't, not yet. Oh, yeah, do it. Fuck it. Well, they know where you are now. Don't. Nice.
I'm dead.
Oh, good try. Good try.
Knocked a guy.
God almighty. I had 40 fucking hit points between all the people I hit that round.
I might kill this dude. Not Slinky Jones. Kinda interested to see how this ends.
Like, we had good matches. Like, we got some kills, and it wasn't terrible. Oh my god.
Get wrecked. Two v 2v1.
When I said there's guys to our right, I was like, oh fuck, I'm probably facing the wrong way
Yep.
compared to what you were facing.
That is exactly
it was-
what happened.
It was left. But what was fucked up was I had to drop on the guy. It's just, I hit him in the face, and obviously, great weapon's gonna win every time. Son of a bitch.
Two on one. That's game. Anyways, thanks for coming out. I'll kill the stream now.
Later, maters.